joined the meeting, so I think we're ready to begin. Could you please start the recording?
The recording has started.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Combined Campus Answer Hour for insurers, self-insurers, third-party administrators, and EDI trading partners. My name is Denise Holmes, and I am a Senior Compliance Services Officer in the Compliance Records and Training Department here at the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. As resources for you on today's event, we have a wide range of DLI staff with expertise in campus and with workers' compensation program experience on our panel, including CRT Department Director Chris Liefeld, CRT Management Analyst John Brothen, who additionally oversees EDI items, CRT Help Desk Supervisor Mike Solheid, and also CRT Campus Subject Matter Experts Lisa Smith and Cheryl Sherbel. From the Minnesota Information Technology Unit, we have Andrew Kobrick, and in addition, we have Special Compensation Fund Supervisor Tom Hansen here to field any special comp fund related inquiries. A few quick reminders. This meeting today is being recorded and will be posted for your access. Please also note that for audio purposes, all attendees should be on mute right now. So just type any questions you have in the chat box. And then Senior Compliance Services Officer Ann Gillis will be coordinating the chat box questions today. And she will also be sharing some helpful campus links in the WebEx chat box for your future reference. So you can see the agenda for today is brief, as we want to allow as much time as possible to focus on any lingering questions you may still have about the campus program. So as you know, release notes are written updates provided to specific stakeholder groups to inform them about known issues that were fixed in a weekly update to the Work Comp campus system. I just wanted to confirm that there were no updates specific to this stakeholder group for our most recent campus release update that was just completed on June 3rd. A few of the known campus issues affecting some functionalities that we are aware of and are working on include there are case-sensitive claim administrator claim numbers, or the CACN numbers, on subsequent reports of injury or SHORI submission issues. We've also been unable to update the CACNs internally, which has resulted in some trading partners having some campus issues. There continues to be sequencing issues in some form submissions and EDI filings, such as with SX suspension subsequent filings. There's an inability currently to quickly print a document using your own browser settings when viewing a document. We're looking into improving navigation to enable opening of a document in a new tab so that your browser's print button can be accessed more quickly from either the Documents Details page, the Documents tab, or from the Case Claim Documents tab. Also, we have received feedback asking for updates to the Permanent Partial Disability or PPD web form, including the addition of an as requested by employee data field to that PPD document that's generated. And so a couple of quick announcements and reminders for any updates about upcoming campus events, and to also access the various available campus resources. Please visit the Campus Central webpage. And just a reminder, Anne has pasted into the WebEx chat box links for your use. So now we will open the forum for our panelists to answer any audience questions on the campus system. Anne, what inquiries do we have pending in the chat box?
We have a couple. The first, Denise, is from Pamela Went, and she's indicating that they're struggling with filling out forms when they don't have a Social Security number for injured employees. And she's asking how to obtain a WID. Their attempts to obtain one so far haven't been successful, so they need to know how to get a WID for employees without Social Security numbers.
This is Cheryl. So what you really need is a personal identification number when they do not have a social security number. I believe you can send an email to the help desk and they should be able to get it to the right person to get a personal identification number assigned.
Thank you, Cheryl. Then the next question is from Diane Arneson. And this looks like this is a special comp fund question asking when the supplemental reimbursements from 2020 will be available. They have one that was submitted in October and the rest were submitted in February.
Hi, Diane. Tom Hansen from the fund. We're currently in development. The initial rollout of the web form process just didn't work as it should have. It's actually a two-part rollout. There's a build going out tonight that updates the internal annual claim process or annual claim file on our end, and by the end of next month, by the end of July, we will have an updated external web form submission. I can follow up. I think you sent an email already to the help desk, and I believe Tom Wiatros is going to get back to you on your specific question, because I know your submission was actually prior to campus, but obviously the processing still goes through campus. So, we are still in that development phase, and it should be the end of July when that gets rolled out. And I know they will prioritize first in to be processed. So hopefully that answers your question. But like I said, I think Tom Wiatros is going to get back to you with some additional information as well on your specific help desk question.
The next question is from Wendy Helland, and she's asking if we can provide the issue that we're having with SX filings.
John, is that something that you'd be able to elaborate on for everyone?
Yeah, definitely. So we were previously experiencing issues where after SX filings, RBs and ABs were rejecting when they should not have been. So if you're experiencing that, please let us know. That should have been fixed. It was a couple of months back. The one issue that we still see, and in fact, I just saw it a little while ago today, is if all benefits are suspended after the SX, campus is rejecting subannuals or SAs. So for now, you can withhold sending SAs after all benefits are suspended. We're looking to try and update that, but that's the main issue that we have after SX filings.
The next one is from Stephen Bruner, and this looks like it's probably a John question again, asking what type of coding transaction to use when it's Aurora fees only payment based on an award. They're trying to do that, and it's not taking reason number 340.
Yeah, definitely. So now all non-contingent attorney fees, like RORAF fees, are just lumped under the other benefit type code 340, which is not allowed to be a payment segment. So essentially, any EDI transaction can update the amount in the 340 benefit type. If you want more detail, like to say that RORAF has been paid in a specific amount or something, then I guess you can upload a document or something, a letter, let's say, to the claim in campus if you wish. And that is an option.
Thank you, John. Next question from Lisa is when completing benefits paid, I still am not able to use 0 for days. It accepts weeks, however, it does not accept 0 for days.
Lisa or Cheryl, would you guys be able to speak to this? We have some items logged that with this issue for e-filers, those who file EDI directly through campus, zeros for some filings, or campus doesn't like the zero. Do you guys have any more insights on that?
This is Cheryl. I have not logged a bug. I know when I've talked to certain e-filers, they just automatically put a day in, but we can certainly log a bug on it.
The next is from Pamela Wendt, and just in response to our feedback requesting a personal identification number from the help desk. I believe when there's no social security number. So I don't know if someone can answer that question as far as.
I think she's asking for the phone number or the email to the help desk.
Okay, and that's captured up at the top in the chat here, Pamela. And I can add it again if you would like. Hopefully that will be helpful to you.
Thank you, Anne.
And then the next question is, I understand there's an issue with MN returning DN 0297 first day after the waiting period cannot be changed with the quote add action unquote code. And the state informed our vendor that the edit will be fixed in the next release. My question is, has this been fixed, or is there an estimate on when this might be fixed?
I can confirm that that item is logged. It doesn't look like it's going to be ready for this release that's going out. So hopefully we'll have an update on that before too long that does get fixed.
Okay. And then Mike did very kindly add the help desk phone number for everyone. And then the next question is from Alex Curry. We're still getting errors when filing PY after an order or SX trying to show attorney fees or sub 7 fees. How do we show this? Still file an NOBP or an NOID number 3?
Yeah, so thanks, Alex. I think you'd have to reach out to us directly with the claim that you're having an issue with. So just to try and balance everyone, it sort of depends upon the situation of what's going on. If you have to stop benefits, it might be appropriate to do an SX and then file a PY. It depends upon the specifics of that claim. The challenge with sub 7 fees now is that there is a adjustment code that can work for sub 7 fees, but it only works if you're paying them on a weekly basis. So sub 7 fees are a little bit problematic. You may have to do it with a PY separately to show a lump sum of what you're paying. So it is problematic. We might have to walk through it specifically to your case or claim. So great question. We'll have to look at it.
Thank you, John. Okay, and then Mike kindly added the help desk email address as well for everyone. And then the next question is, Bridget is asking for an update on items that are currently being worked on, that there's been submission for items in the past and just would like a clarification on exactly where things are. Specifically asking if there might be a list.
There's not a published list updated at this time, but definitely those items that were addressed on the campus known issues slide, the CACN issues with the SROIs being submitted. We're aware of that. We're working on the sequencing issues that are coming up for some with the form submissions in the EDI filings like the SX subsequent filings that we talked about. Also, we're aware of the printing issue that people have given feedback on, and also the PPD document that's generated, that web form that they're working on improving that per request. John, did you have anything that you think should be added to that you're aware of in regards to EDI?
I believe, Denise, is there I didn't see specifically, is there release notes going out tomorrow afternoon as they usually do?
They do have some releases going out tomorrow, yes, which we
Okay,
will update via newsletter going out to everybody tomorrow.
definitely keep an eye out for those, everyone. I think actually one of our known issues on these slides, the claim admin claim number case sensitivity, I think that might actually be going out tonight. So that's one of those that might already be getting fixed. I suspect Bridget's asking about some of the larger issues that we've had with campus, like let's say the forms generated from EDI or some of the entity issues. I can confirm that everyone's working really hard on those. Those that are more complicated problems or issues are obviously taking more time and energy. So, but we are working on everything that we can, and we're trying to get fixes resolved. And you guys can still keep letting us know if you have feedback for us as what's working or what isn't. That's certainly not an issue to let us know kind of what you guys are seeing. We always appreciate that feedback.
And then the next question is, I think Lisa's asking for clarification on the answer regarding her question about 0 days for benefits paid, is how I'm reading this.
I would defer to anyone in compliance to answer that, because I don't know.
This is Lisa. The only thing I can think of is maybe possibly taking one of the weeks, and just adding a total number of days. So if you had a week, you could add 5 days to the days and less weeks to the week. But other than that, you could put 1 in there, and we know that it's an issue, so we try to figure it out ourselves by calculating the totals. So that's what I would do for now.
Thanks, Lisa. And then Tammy White is saying she would like to thank everyone for adding the TPA ID number on the RFIs. It's helping a lot, and because she has 32 groups to manage. So, well, we thank you for your thank you. Then the next question is from Stephen Bruner. We're working on an ACR project at our company. Is there a weekly code we can use for Minnesota attorney fees now when reporting TTD paid to employee and withheld fees to the attorney? We aren't paying the attorney right away, but can we report the withholding under the correct ACR code?
Okay, so this is a very challenging one, and we have some guidance that I can send you as well, Stephen. But so the problem with withheld attorney's fees is that we set up in the IIBC's release 3.1 a system for reporting withheld attorney's fees, but we can't utilize that system right now. So we essentially have a workaround where there isn't an ACR for you to use now to register attorney's fees. All you can really do is in the benefit amount paid, you can reduce that benefit by the amount that you're actually paying. Don't actually represent that in the net weekly amount of the benefit type to essentially adjust it down as if you did have an ACR present, because that would fail edits. You just do it on the dollar amount, and then in some other way, if you can tell us that you're withholding attorney's fees, then the department knows. You can send us a letter, upload something to the claim saying that I'm paying attorney's fees. Even send an NT transaction saying that you're paying attorney's fees or you're withholding attorney's fees. And then later on, if they do get paid, let's say on a PY, you can report the 500 amount, and the payee as the employee's attorney's name. For now, that's the way it has to work. We'll have some different things when we can eventually move to another EDI standard, but that's sort of our workaround for now.
And then the next question is on NOID 3s from Wendy, and she's saying that there's an issue where they're unable to, when they're doing an NOID number 3 and they're paying through a certain date, the XX filing does not allow them to do a future return to work date, at least with their vendor. And in addition is commenting that the form that's generated is not populating the benefits paid.
Yeah, so I would say for NOID 3, remember what's most important is that you have to do the discontinuance web form in Campus. That's the most important part of your NOID 3 filing. So if the EDI transaction actually comes in on say 6/25, you're fine as far as the EDI filing is concerned. But if the date through that you're trying to serve is on 6/24, then do the web form on that day. And that's what's most important from a legal perspective.
Right now, I don't see any other questions in the chat, Denise.
Okay, let's give it another minute and see if anybody remembers a question they want to pose. And I'm not seeing anything additional come in as far as inquiries. Do you have
No,
anything?
no, I'm not seeing any more.
Okay,
Can I add one
then.
thing, Denise, for
Yes,
everyone on
John.
the call?
Yes.
So I think many of us are aware, if not all of us, that Minnesota is looking at a potential statewide shutdown next week. I've been reaching out formally to all the vendors that are reporting on behalf of trading partners, doing their EDI and talking about whether or not Minnesota, we're not sure yet as to whether or not campus will be available or we'll be able to have the FTP open for reporting. So please keep an eye out for any communication coming from the department with any details about that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that if the shutdown does indeed occur so that we can get everyone on the same page as far as what we can best do to make that work for us. So that's just an FYI for everyone.
Thank you, John, for sharing that with us. Appreciate it. So with that, I think that we will call this event and we'll conclude the meeting. Thanks to everyone for taking the time to join us today and have a great day.